Hi all, welcome back. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is we're going to import the summary table which came with your starter file. So we've got the one table in here, the DEC report, but we're going to go and grab the other one now and import that one in as well. So up to home. And remember, we've got various ways of importing data in. We can get data, Excel workbook, or whatever. In this case, it is an Excel workbook. So we do that. We'll go and look for the file that you're already using. And you refresh it, it will then come in and it will show you the different tables. Now, you've not got course name list in yours at the moment. I'm going to show you how to create that. But in this case, we just want to bring in college list. So click on that and you'll get your little summary. Now, those of you who are awake, you may see there's a bit of an issue with this. College, Borders College, Edinburgh College, and so on. And it's added in column 1 as the header. Now, we don't want that. We can load it in and fix it, or we can fix it just now. So let's do that. So if yours looks the same as mine, column 1, and then under there, we'll go to transform data. It will go straight into your Power Query editor. There we go. And you can see we actually want college. We need that to be the header. We don't want column 1. So we just go up to use first row as headers. Nice and straightforward. You can see it's now fixed. And close and apply. As always, be patient. And that's it, just loading in just now. It's looking for connections, and I'll show you that in a wee minute. And if I go across now to my right-hand side, I'll close up the DEC report and open up college list. And we've now just got that one field in there. Leave that there for just now. Let me show you what's happened. So down to the table view, we've got our table in there. But this third view, we haven't used that yet. So have a look at the model view. And I'm going to stretch this across a little bit so you can see what's happened. Power BI is quite intuitive, and it's looked at it and I thought, I wonder if there's any connections there. It's done it for us. So if I hover over this little arrow there, it's telling me that the summary table that we've just imported has been connected to the field college within the main report. Now, for any of you who've done any sorts of database and so on before, let's see, you've got a 1 there and an asterisk there. And what that's telling us is it's connected one to many in English. That means there's only ever one instance of everything within summary table, but there's many versions of it there. Okay, so let's go back up to the report view and let's use it. Okay then, so what we're going to do is we will create a new sheet there. And what we're going to investigate in here is how successful the different delivery methods are within the main data set. So we're going to rename page 5. We're just going to get a habit of doing this as we go through it. It is good practice. And we're going to call it Delivery Methods Analysis. There we go. Nice new fresh page there for us. And we're going to start by creating custom column, and again, clustered column charts. And within that clustered column chart, we are going to have on the x-axis, college. Now, we've got options here. We can either use college within the DEC report or college within here. We're going to use this one. In this case, it doesn't really matter because we're only connected it to one other data set. But going forward, you're probably going to have half a dozen different reports within here. So this little summary table is quite useful. So we'll use college there. I'll make sure that goes into the x-axis. On the y-axis, we're going to have completion rate. Now, remember, completion rate is a percentage. So actually, it doesn't make a lot of sense to sum it. We're not really looking at adding up percentages. We're much better if we had an average completion rate. So we're going to do that. So within the y-axis, just drop down that chevron and change the default sum to average. That's a bit better. And on the legends, we're going to have delivery method. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we'll do our little format. You know what to do here. So I'll go back into my format visual. As always, I'll start at general, title, and we'll have completion rate by college and delivery method. That makes more sense. But if we're being really accurate, really should be completion rate percentage by college and delivery method. Okay, there we go. I'll stick to my consistent design. So 16, white text, background, that color, and center it. We'll do a little bit of a tidy up on here as well. I'm not going to need my x-axis title there. I'm not going to need my y-axis either because that's covered within the title. So I'm going to go in and change that. I'll add my fix in while I'm here. You're all experts in this by now anyway. So in here we'll go x-axis, don't need title. Y-axis, I'm actually going to take off the title. I suppose we could leave the values. It's entirely up to you there. And again, personal, but I prefer to have the legend stacked. And then in this case, I'm going to, here we go, legends. I'll stack it on the left. There we go. I just think it's a bit tidier. Let's have a look. Just for completeness, I'm going to update my columns. So in this case, I think what I'll do is I'll go through blues. So blue, again, entirely subjective. Just I prefer them all monochromatic. I just think it looks a bit tidier. There we go. All right. So we've brought in a summary table. So we brought in this one, college. What I'd like to show you though is a really neat little trick within Excel as to how to create one. Right. So what we'll do is start, because I don't know we've saved it for a while. So file save. Remember, no autosave within Power BI, so it makes sense to do that. And you'll get this little thing, but it'll upload. Okay. So I'm going to go back into my data set. So I'll go and find it, which is somewhere in here, new Power BI. Student version. And open it up. I'm just going to close all this rubbish down there. Now you'll actually see I've got one here, but I'm going to go and show you how to create it nice and straightforward. There we go. What I'd like to do is I would like to have a summary table for all the course names. In this case, there's only 3. Of course, I could go in and retype it, but I'm going to tell you that there might be issues there. In here, we've got PBI data science, NPA data science, and data skills. For the connections to work properly, you have to spell them properly, the capitalization, the spaces, and if you've got multiple items within there, it's very easy to put an extra space in, to put like a lowercase s instead of a capital case s. This little trick's brilliant. So I want to take the entire course name. Remember the little trick? You put your cursor in the top cell there, and what I'm doing is I'm holding Control, Shift, down arrow, and it will take it right to the bottom of the table. Of course, what I could do is just select the column header, but it's good practice to do it this way. If you select the column header to select an entire column, occasionally you might have another table underneath here, and it's going to take that with you as well. So if you either start at the top or the bottom, select the first cell, Control and Shift is what I'm holding down together, and in this case up, in other case down, takes it right to the top and stops. And what I'm going to do is copy. Now you can see I've already got one, but I'm just going to show you how to do it. So new sheet and paste. It's the first one there. I'll tell you about the other paste at some point. I'm going to widen that out. And the trick is to leave it selected at the moment. So while it's selected there, in the ribbon, I'm going to go up to data. And within data, about 2/3 of the way along, you've got a little button there, remove duplicates. Little caveat on that one. I'm working on quite a big screen, so my ribbon's completely extended. If any of you are working on laptops and your ribbon's slightly condensed, that's what Excel does to make more sense of your screen. It may be just tucked away in there in data tools, but you'll find it. It's just called remove duplicates. Anyway, click that, select OK. And you've got an absolutely accurate now individual list of all the unique values within there. As I say, do it that way. It makes stuff so much easier rather than me typing and just hoping for the best that you've spelled everything right and so on. Let the machine do the hard work. Now remember, I want to connect this new summary table back to my Power BI. A refresher. We cannot connect it while it's open. So file save, or if it's in your OneDrive, hopefully it'll save automatically. Although there are some issues in 365 at the moment, it doesn't do any harm. File save, close it down, and then we'll bring that summary table in as well. So Excel workbook or get data, student version. And this time, hopefully you renamed it. Didn't tell you to, but you should have done. Course name list. We've got the same issues as we did before, and it's given us this random column 1. We'll go transform data. It'll open up your Power Query Editor. First row is headers, and it removes that column 1, so that's what we want. Close and apply, and we're all good to go. Okay, we'll use that in a minute, but what to do is file, save, and that's plenty for just now. Okay, see you back in a wee minute. Thank you. Bye.